previously in Part 1, we learned that there are two serious problems with socialism so far. One, running out of money, going bankrupt and defaulting on loans like democratic socialist country Greece. And two, hostile countries running out of money, and to avoid bankruptcy, they take over other countries for their resources like socialist country Russia is now doing. There is a third outcome of socialism that is equally as bad. Socialists claim that the people run the businesses and country, but just like in a capitalist society that elects representatives, within socialist countries there are elected representatives too, but they don't call them government representatives. It is actually union bullies on steroids. You see, socialists feel that 1, they are smart and we are stupid, and 2, we are a civilized society, and because of it, we can rationalize instead of go to war. The fact is that it does not matter if we are a civilized society if other countries are not. Socialism gives its people a false sense of security while taking away the ability to defend oneself, such as taking away the guns, or at least making it near impossible to own one, and reducing the military. Many of them reduce the size of the military because you need the money to pay for the welfare programs. They also squash religion to take away your hope. Without hope, you won't fight back. They take away your right to own a gun so you can't fight back also. And they take away your right to own property and then stick you in housing of their choice to take away jealousy. They tell you what career path you will take based on your grades because the intellectuals would not want you to make more money than them, and they force you to join unions. This concentrates the power to the union bosses. All of this is under the guise of leveling the playing field and making things equal, which still does not work. They make promises, and as long as you don't resist, everything will go fine until bankruptcy. Unless there is outside interference, such as another country. Let's say Iran. Let's say they don't like you. Despite trying to be friends with a country like Iran, and socialists kissing their butt so as not to anger them, Iran would not hesitate to annihilate us. With a reduced military and no guns, you become vulnerable to external threats. This can't happen in the United States, at least not yet, thanks to the Constitution and the Bill of Rights. Right now, there are limits on the government's power, and it gives people rights. But unfortunately, people are voluntarily giving them up because they truly do not understand how it applies to them. The socialist Democrats in Washington, such as Hillary Clinton, President Obama, Elizabeth Warren, and people like Bernie Sanders, they have chipped away at our Constitution using Supreme Court judges who ignore the Constitution and the freedoms we are entitled to. This year is especially important because it will determine if balance will be returned to the Supreme Court. This is why U.S. citizens are angry with the Republicans, because they did not fight for our rights like they could have. Allowing decisions to be voted on by Congress enables a citizen to determine who to vote for in the future, but many did not even get addressed. Also, when sessions are behind closed doors, it makes it harder to see the negotiations. Republicans have been horrible negotiators in an effort to be nice and get along. They have given in too much. If we were not a capitalist country, we would be bankrupt right now. We are on the verge of becoming socialists, and the only way to stop it is by stopping the Democrats. That's right, Bernie Sanders is not the only socialist. Hillary Clinton, Elizabeth Warren, President Obama are all socialists who are using the Democrats to advance their socialist agenda. Hence the division within our country right now. Part of their strategy is to rile up people against each other because a party divided cannot stand. They are also using uneducated people, buying votes through welfare, and using social media. I get that you don't have time to thoroughly research every candidate and work this all out, but please try. We are all trying to get by, and if they are not stopped at the next election, then it will be too late. That is why I am trying to bring all of my research to you. If you ever want to see a socialist's intentions, go to socialistparty.org at the link below, and you will see that they say socialism has to be international. This means they are saying that they need world domination. How psycho is that? If everything I have said has not convinced you, There is still more in the next video.